With the right materials, I can make a friction fire in 1 minute. This is probably the easiest, most foolproof method. I've tried a dozen combination of species for the hearthboard and spindle, and I found the easiest by far was simply 2 pieces of sotol flowering stalk. Sotol is a common element of the southwest flora. It looks a lot like yucca, has sawtooth leaves though. It can be found all the way into central Texas where I am. And I read that the Apache favored sotol for their friction fire drills, so gave it a try, and it blew me away with how easy it was compared to all the other combos I tried. You can use the flowering stalk, which grows in the spring and then dies off, but you can sometimes find the dead ones year-round. Make sure it's totally dry first, then carve one to have 2 rounded tips, then carve out a divot in the other to fit that tip. Juniper bark is the best tinder. Just make sure it's completely dry, like on a dead tree here, and it hasn't rained. Finely shred it by bunching it up, twisting it. Then form it into a bird's nest. You'll place the ember in that hole. Find a bent branch for the bow. Mine is mesquite wood, which is typically snaky and is hard. Cut notches in both ends to receive the cord. The cord undergoes a lot of force, so I gave up on using plant fibers and use a leather thong instead. That stretches a lot, so you can pre-stretch it or plan on adjusting it a lot. It needs to be tight enough to grip the spindle for spinning, but it will bind if too tight. It should stretch no further than about the bend of the bow. Paracord also works. I use an oyster fossil for the spindle cup, but anything low friction that holds it into place that you can use to push down works. Once you've burned the hole in, you can sometimes use an ember to light the tinder, but usually need to carve a notch to collect the embers falling out. Put something underneath to catch the ember, like the small piece of leather I have here, then drop it in your tinder and blow it till the flame catches, then start adding kindling. And make sure you don't leave any embers or char behind when you clean up.